Welcome back to Legion Builds, where we figure out how to bring your favorite fictional characters to life in Dungeons & Dragons. Today we are building Herman Carter, aka the Doctor, one of the most twisted characters from Dead by Daylight. And no, I will not be elaborating on this. You can look it up. Today's goals are to bring the madness and create a master of hallucinations and fear. You know, I just realized I've done a lot of characters that deal with scaring the crap out of people. Oh well. Next, we need to confuse people with illusions. And ourselves, because the Doctor's power set is all over the place. To prove that, our final goal is power. Electrical power. Yep, I told you, all over the place. We're using standard point array and we are multi-classing, so keep your eye on those minimums. Start things off with intelligence at 15. I'm actually pretty sure you don't have an advanced degree, but somehow you got a government job and have great understanding of what you do. Charisma will be next at 14. You not only convince people you belong, but you're pretty scary. It's actually the only requirement of the job you have, before and after the entity showed up. Dex will be 13. No reason other than it's a stat minimum, but it will come in handy for up-close attacks where you don't microwave people. Con will be a 12. There's a reason for that, but we'll get to it in a minute. It's pretty weird and kind of messed up. Wisdom will be low with 10. It's very useful, but we'll fix the 0 modifier later, and we'll dump strength just because we have to have a dump stat somewhere. For this build, we'll be using Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Herman was a human until he started to wonder what it would be like to put electrical cables in his body. Yeah, remember how I said there was a reason for the con? This is it. You very literally figured out how to surgically install electrical devices in your body to electrocute people. And then you operated on yourself so you could have it. You have serious high pain tolerance and concentration abilities. So we're going with Custom Lineage. This grants you a stat increase, a free feat, and skill. Place +2 in Charisma and grab the Observant feat. This adds +1 to your intelligence, allows you to read lips, and gives you a 5+ to Perception and Investigation skills. For your free skill, take Arcana, as we're replacing Tech with Magic. Guess where we're taking this? For background, take Medicine and Persuasion, though as I already pointed out, your medical degree is up for debate. But this skill isn't for healing. You crazy electric pinhead knockoff. We're going to start things off with what you truly are, a rogue. For skills, grab Insight, Deception, Perception, and Investigation. Level 1 rogues start with Expertise. Choosing 2 skills you're proficient with, you can now add double your bonus to them. Let's place this into Deception and Arcana. Sneak Attack adds more damage to your attacks you make with a finesse or ranged weapon while you have advantage or are within 5 feet of an ally. Your spike is like a club, but make it a short sword and just call it a day. It's a weird looking weapon. You're just gonna fry them anyway. This starts off at a D6, but will grow over time. Time for some upgrades, you twisted bastard. Level 1 wizards are Spellcasters. You have a spell book which contains 3 cantrips and 6 spells. You can only prepare a total number of spells equal to your wizard level and intelligence modifier. Arcane Recovery lets you regain spell slots after a short rest. These spell slots must be equal to or lower than your wizard level. For spells, Shocking Grasp is a melee spell attack that deals 1d8 lightning damage on a hit, and stops the creature's reactions until the start of its next turn. Lightning Lure fires electricity at a target within 15 feet of you and forces a strength save. Should they fail, they are pulled 10 feet towards you and take 1d8 lightning damage should they get within 5 feet of you. Minor Illusion creates a sound or image within 30 feet of you for 1 minute, and the image must fit within a 5-foot cube. Shield adds +5 to your AC as a reaction and stops magic missile. Mage Armor gives you an AC of 13 plus your dex when you're not wearing armor for 8 hours. You wear a lab coat in Dead by Daylight, but here your targets are going to fight back, so you're going to need some armor. False Life grants you 1d4 +4 temporary hit points for 1 hour, and you can cast this at higher levels to add more temporary HP. Silent Image is a much better version of Minor Illusion. You can now create an illusion within a 15-foot cube while you maintain maintain this spell for 10 minutes. Have fun messing with people. Cause Fear targets a creature within 60 feet of you and forces a wisdom save. Should they fail, they are now frightened of you, but can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns. Witch Bolt fires a bolt of lightning at a creature within 30 feet and causes 1d12 on a hit. You can maintain this spell for 1 minute and use your action each turn to deal an automatic 1d12 lightning damage. Should they get total cover, move outside 30 feet, or you use an action to stop it, the spell ends. Level 2 rogues receive Cunning Actions. Dash, Disengage, and Hide are now bonus actions to you. Level 3 rogues gain their subclass. Inquisitive grants you abilities from your previous job. You know, when you worked on asking people questions. Ear for Deceit makes any roll lower than 7 for an insight check to determine if someone is lying an 8. Eye for Detail makes perception checks to spot hidden creatures or investigation checks to uncover clues a bonus action. Insightful Fighting lets you use a bonus action to make an insight check against a creature you can see, using their deception. If you beat it, you can now sneak attack them without advantage or an ally. Your sneak attack is now 2d6. Level 4 rogues earn our first ability score improvement. Let's bump up Wisdom for better perception. Level 2 wizards can now pick their subclass. You like to electrocute things, so let's go with Evocation. Sculpt spells lets you choose a number of creatures that would be in the area of a spell's effect that forces a save. Now they can automatically pass the save and take no damage for the save. You can choose a total number of creatures equal to 1 plus the spell's level. For your new spells, Gift of Alacrity gives a shock to your system and heightens your reflexes. For 8 hours, you can now add a d8 to your initiative rolls. Tasha's Hideous Laughter drives a creature within 30 feet of you temporarily insane by forcing a wisdom save. Should they fail, they fall to the ground and they are incapacitated while they laugh uncontrollably for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. Level 5 rogues receive Uncanny Dodge. Now when you see what is causing you damage, you can use your reaction to halve the damage. Your sneak attack is now 3d6. Level 6 rogues gain 2 more expertise. Let's place this into Perception and Persuasion. Level 3 wizards now have 2nd level spells. For your new spells, let's really start messing with people. Crown of Madness forces a wisdom save on one creature within 120 feet of you, and drives them insane should they fail for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. They must now attack before moving on each of their turns and against a creature near that is of your choosing. You must use your action to maintain this spell, and at the end of each of its turns the creature can retake the save. Mirror Image creates 3 duplicates of you that surround you for 1 minute. Attacking you may actually be diverted to the duplicates, saving you from the damage. Each duplicate has an AC of 10 plus your dex and has 1 HP. Creatures that have True Sight or Blind Sight can ignore the duplicates. Level 4 wizards earn another ability score improvement. Time to start bumping up intelligence. For your new spells, Hold Person stuns a humanoid within 60 feet of you and forces a wisdom save. Should they fail, they are paralyzed for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. At the end of each of their turns, they can retake the save. Magic Weapon turns one non-magical weapon into a +1 weapon for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. You also get a new cantrip, Go Nuts. Level 5 wizards gain 3rd level spells. Time to amp up everything. Fear creates a 30-foot cone and forces a wisdom save on every creature within the cone. Should they fail, they drop everything they are holding and must now run away from you while you maintain this spell. They can only use their action to dash and can't retake the save until they lose sight of you. Phantasmal Force creates the perfect illusion, forcing a wisdom save on a creature within 60 feet. They believe in whatever the illusion is you create that can fit within a 10-foot cube, while you maintain the spell for 1 minute. If the illusion is a creature, then it can damage the target. Each round the illusion is next to the target, they take 1d6 psychic damage. If the target investigates the illusion, they must contest your spell DC on an investigation check, ending the spell should they know it's fake. Level 6 Invocation wizards receive Potent Cantrip, which doesn't actually help you. This just means when someone succeeds on a saving throw from one of your cantrips, they take half damage on success. Feel free to grab a cantrip that this will work with. For your new spells, Lightning Bolt fires lightning from your hands in a 100-foot long line. Each creature in the line must make a dex save or take 8d6 lightning damage. Time for more insanity with enemies Abound. This forces an intelligence save on a creature within 120 feet. Should they fail, they can no longer tell friend from foe while you maintain the spell for 1 minute. Each of their turns, they must attack a random target, and should they take damage, they get to retake the save. Level 7 wizards now gain 4th level spells. For your spell, Confusion plays with the mind of those within a 10-foot radius sphere you create within 90 feet of you. Each creature must make a wisdom save or become confused while you maintain the spell for 1 minute. It can't take reactions, and at the start of each of its turns, it must roll a d10 to determine how it acts that turn. At the end of its turn, it makes the save again. Major Image creates an illusion within 120 feet of you that fits within a 20-foot cube that you control for 10 minutes while you maintain the spell. You can make it move, and it has sounds to it. Make it look like a 20-foot tall version of you with that weird laugh of yours. Creepy as hell. Level 8 wizards earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Intelligence. For your new spells, Phantasmal Killer breaks the mind of a creature within 120 feet of you. Forcing a wisdom save, they see their worst fears come to life, becoming frightened should they fail. Each turn, they must retake the save or take 4d10 psychic damage. Dragon's Breath grants you a Dragon's Breath weapon while you maintain the spell for 1 minute. With an action, you fire a 15-foot cone and force a dex save on everyone within the cone, dealing 3d6 damage of a type of element that you want, like lightning. Level 9 wizards now have 5th level spells. For your new spells, Hold Monster is like Hold Person, but can now stun any creature, not just a humanoid. Synaptic Static creates a 20-foot radius sphere within 120 feet of you. Everyone in the sphere must make an intelligence save or take 8d6 psychic damage. After failing for 1 minute, it can't focus. Each time it attacks, makes a skill check, or makes a con save to maintain a spell, it must roll a d6 and subtract the number from the total. At the end of each of its turns, it can retake the saving throw. Level 10 Invocation wizards received Empowered Invocation. Now you can add your intelligence modifier to any damage of any invocation spell you cast. For your new spells, take what you want. We're good for this level. Also, you get a new cantrip, go wild again. Level 11 wizards gain 6 level spells. For your spells, Chain Lightning targets one creature within 150 feet of you. 3 bolts of lightning fire from the original target and aim towards 3 additional targets within 30 feet of the first. Each target must make a dex save or take 10d8 lightning damage. Programmed Illusion creates an illusion that will activate when a certain condition is met. The illusion must fit within a 30-foot cube, and you can program how the illusion acts and moves. The illusion stays active for 10 minutes and then goes dormant again till it reactivates. Level 12 wizards earn another ability score improvement. Let's boost your charisma up. You're good on spells now as well, so take whatever you want. Level 13 wizards receive 7th level spells. For your new spells, Power Word Pain targets a creature within 60 feet of you. If they have 100 hit points or lower, they now feel intense pain. While affected, the target can't have a speed faster than 10 feet. They have disadvantage on all attacks, skill checks, and saving throws except for con saves. If they try to cast a spell, they must make a con save or the spell is wasted. At the end of each of its turns, the target must make a con save to try and end the spell. Project Image creates an illusionary duplicate of you within 500 miles of you that you can maintain for 1 day. While active, you can switch to seeing and hearing through the illusion's senses. Our final level is level 14 wizards, and Evocation wizards gain Overchannel. When you cast a wizard spell of 5th level or lower that deals damage, you can deal maximum damage. If you do this more than once before you take a long rest, you overtax yourself and take 2d12 necrotic damage for each level of the spell you cast. It will also increase by 1d12 per spell level the more you do this past the second time. You gain 2 more spells, go nuts. Now that we've reached level 20, let's recap. Your stats should be Strength 8, Dex 13, Con 12, Intelligence 20, Wisdom 12, Charisma 18. Your total levels are Wizard 14, Rogue 6. Let's dive in. you are supercharged. You have amazing range with your electrical attacks with over 100 feet and dealing d8s of damage. Hell, your melee cantrip is dealing 4d12 damage. Your illusions are near perfect and can be almost any size and even act as surveillance. Finally, you can just make people go crazy. You can induce fear, confusion, paralysis, make them attack their friends, and just make them fall down and laugh hysterically. Downside. Firstly, don't get hit. Your AC is 11 or 14 with mage armor, and your health taking the average is just over 100. You also have a lot of concentration spells. Thankfully, your best spells aren't concentration. Finally, your sneak attack only gets added on normal melee attacks, not your magical melee attacks. This build is a tormentor. Play with the minds of your enemies, paralyze them, and start the high voltage. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to check all my Dead by Daylight builds, including the Wraith, Nurse, Huntress, Wesker, Michael Myers, Freddy, Nemesis, and the Trickster. Requests are always open, and don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build.